Welcome everybody to Tuesday night. I'm your host MC Toon, and tonight we've got a debate with Vikka Draziv. And I've prepared myself by putting on sunglasses. Unfortunately, these are the sunglasses that came with the scammy spooky at a distance thing, and I can't see anything. So I'm gonna have to go without them and go with the standard. It's good to see that I was actually had the right thing, because I really can't see anything through them. They're super dark. Anyway, this will be on Jeran's channel. So I will be, again, I'm not yet connected to Jeran. He just sent the Zoom link. I'm going to be jumping in a minute here to join the call there. In the meantime, welcome everybody. I will be doing an after show in a separate video. So if you are if you do super chats and stuff here, I will read the super chats from this video in the next one. I can capture them, and then I will whatever we do in the other one. I just, when I'm a guest on somebody else's show, I focus on them, and I'm not going to intermingle the super chats and stuff from here, as much as I'd love to, but that's not the right thing to do. So I will honor them over there at Jeran's. So Vikka Draziv is he's kind of interesting guy. He's from not America. I don't know what part of not America he's from, but he has done a video called The Mechanical Realm. It's a little yeah, I'm sure he'll talk about it. He talks about the Antikythera mechanism and makes lots of claims about it. And so I don't want to spoil it, but you probably know. So anyway, I'll have right there, you see down there, I'll have Jeran's chat on the screen at the same time. So anyway, so Bite Mahagus was here. Is what? No, hey, don't, hey, that's fine. Let him, right here. That's fine. That's okay. Don't block that. Bite Mahagus, he can give a little poke at me. That's fine. He or she. I mean, someday, he or she might dig deep and find the courage to talk to me live. Someday. Okay. I got me some coffee. This is a Missouri mug. Speaking of mugs, if you saw the Santos call that I made to him where he was taking the piss, I made an actual custom mug for it, and one person has bought it. So I'm gonna get myself one so that I too can have the mug, the mug of Santos's wisdom. The link is in the description on my Conspiracy Tunes channel if you yourself also want a mug of wisdom. No, Bite Mahagus doesn't need the Vicky treatment. Really, it's just 33 UC, so it's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna join Jeran's Zoom call, so you'll hear a little bit of that there. Jeran's always a decent guy, so not expecting any issues like I had a week ago. So let's see. All right. Let's get this. Hey guys. I can hear you, Jeran.
Okay, I've been trying to talk to Vikka for this whole time. He's not. I thought maybe my mic was broken.
Oh.
Vikka, we don't hear you at all, and you don't hear us. I don't know what to tell him. He doesn't hear us. I don't think.
He's flirping it up there.
Let's see. Right, remove my views. Remove self view. Hide self view. Let me actually. Do I have to write a note to him on the screen or something?
That might work. Send him a note.
Let me see how we do that. Let me go to.
Where's his sunglasses?
Text. Let me put this in text real quick. Okay. Just say, we can't hear you.
Jeran's talking pretty soft. I'll turn him up a bit.
Oh, I can be a little closer here. I just am not.
Just so you know, Jeran, I'm live on my channel, so don't belch. They'll know
Okay.
that you belch.
Promise I won't. Shoot. Let me see if I message him on Telegram if he.
Okay. You think he can you see us?
I don't think he can.
Okay. Yeah. But he can't hear. Okay.
What did he say? Did he mouth something?
Yeah, he can see us, but he can't hear.
Okay.
So, I don't know. All right, I'm going to mute myself for a minute there.
Sounds good. I'll see you. You'll hear the intro starting in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're at.
All right.
I'm going to try and get Vikka on first. Make sure he can talk to us. It doesn't look like he was on mute, so it's just got to be he's got his bad setup.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's go.
See.
I got a couple super chats. We got Icy Spin says, I give up. I'm here for the chili cheese brats. Yum. Who's got them? Who's selling them? I'll have 2. I haven't had dinner. Peachy Tony says, are those glasses what flat earthers wear when looking for evidence? Almost. Yeah, they're so dark. And then Dapper Dinosaur. Hey, I like Dapper Dinosaur. Says, even in the Jurassic, we knew the Earth was round. I still say the only difference between flat Earth and young Earth is how long we've known it's wrong.
On Zoom. So can you do me a favor? Down in the left-hand corner, do you see where it says mute or something by your mic?
But on Zoom, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, just let me go to Zoom.
He is talking there. Yeah.
Well,
we can hear Jeran and
Vikka.
Vikka. I can hear
There's like
now.
a little mute button, but then there's a little caret next to it, a little up arrow, and if you pick that, it will bring up all your options. I just want to make sure you have the right mic set.
It gives me try speakers and microphone, and then configuration of audio.
Okay, so wait, you click on that. Let me see what mine does.
Something
So
really
click on that
weird
up
with this
arrow,
audio there.
then
So
it says,
all right.
Does it say anywhere there
Let's see
select a
here.
microphone?
I've got a handful of presentations that I put together. We
a speaker or a microphone.
on
Yeah, so you
Jeran's.
should have to pick one. Pick whatever your microphone.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
on
The Zoom. Let me hear it again.
Hey, you check.
Yeah,
do you
that's
hear
Hold
me?
on.
Okay, there it is.
Well, I hear you on the phone, but I don't
so
think
when you're
I
on
hear you Zoom.
Jeran's, I'm gonna mute that and this for a second. Okay, when they're talking, I don't hear. I'm not focusing enough. So when on Jeran's, he has a format that he likes, and that's and I kind of like it because we get to ask questions and they kind of have to answer, put them on the spot, and where normally flat earthers avoid questions. So this gives a chance to ask a very pointed question. So hopefully that is a good thing with Vikka. I sent him my questions. He knows what I'm going to ask. I know what he's going to ask. I have a presentation on one of them, and we don't get a lot of time. And then the other 2 is 3 questions, and then I get 4 claims. He gets 4 claims, and each of the claims we get just a couple minutes to present. So I have my 4 presentations here. What do we got? Do that one. Okay. And then this one. And then this one. All right. And then he has the, so I got, all right. I set them. You don't get to hear them, or you don't get to see them until it's time. So there it is. These are brand new presentations I made. I used to, the way I used to do is I'd have stuff in a folder, and in the folder I would just grab them and drop them onto the screen. So I'm changing that a little bit. So hopefully you'll see, if you saw last night, I did a little different with an actual Google Slides presentation. That's what these are. I'm looking to bring it on the road. It's part of it, part of the reason. So, all right. Sean Hawkins says his name should be Flurf Bay. James Beggs says, sorry, just joined. Keep saying Jeran as in Jeranism. He keeps, yeah. Does Vikka claim to have any positive evidence, says Demonic Leprechaun? Well, I watched his Mechanical Realm thing, and no spoilers, but no. Steve6464 says, Witsit on Matters Now was saying you didn't answer any questions. I did catch the end of that. I was working on the presentations for tonight. And so I did see what he was saying a little bit. And yeah, so I specifically didn't pay much attention to the basically the straw manning of relativity that they kept doing. So like one of his buddies asked, what do relativists have to say about Fresnel dragging? I don't actually know anything about Fresnel dragging, so I couldn't answer that question. Then Witsit did his little word salad thing of his of relativity, where he calls it a privation. It's not a privation. So I called it a word salad and said it's not a privation. And then he cried and cried and cried that I said it was a word salad. And he gets so sad when you call his word salad. So keep doing it. But the bestest of all things that happened was when he said, let me I'll get it. It was so good. And I posted it on Facebook. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do that during the show. He posted on Facebook. I posted on Facebook a clip of his video of him saying that he's got everything figured out for celestial navigation. So I'm going to play that here. Give me a second here. Come on. Let's go. And so if you're on Facebook and you didn't see it, I hope you go there. And he hasn't said anything. I don't know why. Nothing at all. All right. Let me get it going here. Here's what he said. There's nothing to see. He wasn't on screen. So listen close.
I think the best argument that MC Toon has is celestial navigation on a globe. Falls right in line with this whole like, oh, the sun can't be here on a flat Earth. So the whole 1 degree per 69 miles. That's McToon's best argument for sure.
Mike, can you do me a favor?
And unfortunately for all the Globers, we've actually completely mapped out celestial
MC2.
navigation and all the
MC2.
exact math that works and matches
MC2.
reality perfectly on the entire Earth at any location, including any position of the stars, the sun, and or the moon, based on your geographic position. So it's going to be a
MC2.
rough next couple weeks and following year for you guys because we
MC2.
literally have the exact perfect math
Toon.
to explain all of it.
Yes.
Can you share your screen real quick for me?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
I can make sure it's on the right up and up here.
All right. I'm sharing my screen. And there you go. You see it?
Yes, hold on. Right there. Okay, just keep it right there for 1 second. I'll be right with you. Pete, right with you.
Is Vikka, is your mic working?
We fixed it. We got it.
Awesome.
Took us a couple seconds, but we got it. Share background. Okay, and that'll be it. Okay, that's good enough for fun. All right. We'll be getting started here. Thank you, Toon, for doing that. What's going on here? Why did it readjust your guys' images? Oh boy. Okay, we'll be back over there. Thank you. You'll see the intro. We'll get you guys started. Here we go.
All right.
And we're going to get Vikka in there. Good. All right. See you guys short.
He's doing his intro, which we'll see if he's live here. He should be live in just a second. But you see his chat already going there, so there it is. Yeah. So Witsit made a bold claim about celestial navigation. I can't wait to have him fail. So much. And then he challenged me to a debate. I said, yeah, let's do it on celestial navigation. I said, sure, I'll give you the star angle measurements and you work through the position fix. Of course, he's never going to do that, is he? He actually started to waffle from the debate instantly. So, anyway, so all right, what he's not, Jeran's not live yet. What's going on? Jeran sometimes isn't live on time. I think that will surprise nobody. But he's been pretty good on these debate ones because there's people waiting and things like that. He's got them organized pretty well. Now he's starting. So, yep. Anyway, Witsit painted himself in a corner there. It's gonna be great watching him squirm his way around. I'm just gonna keep playing the clip of him saying he's got it all figured out perfectly. It's gonna be super. Oh, there he's starting. At least I think it is. It's muted to you guys, so you don't hear it. But I don't see it on his YouTube starting yet. PT Tony says, "Where is the flat Earth distance formula?" I mean, I can do it based on the claims, based on the distance between positions. But it doesn't match, so flat earthers don't like it. So, all right, now he's finally started. I'm not going to put his stuff on screen though. It's a bit inflammatory. Yes, so Witsit said we're losing the sky this year and losing satellites this year and losing celestial navigation this year. So many things he thinks we're going to lose this year. All the while he can't even explain when the sun is going to set. What time will it set tomorrow? Don't know. I have no clue. What angle will it be? No idea. They never have any idea. All right. Oh, geez, this goes on and on and on. So, all right. Remember, there's an after show, and while I'm on Jeran's, I won't be reading the super chats here, but I will afterwards. So don't worry about that. But I'm going to make the thumbnail for the after show. That's what I was thinking about here. So it'll just be the same, except this is after show. There it is, after show. Okay. But I should focus on this. Okay.
Astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence.
He still has more to go. Like it's gonna start, but it's not actually starting. How long does it go? Okay, I think it's time. Is it time?
Are you ready? Debate fans, are you ready? For the handful in attendance and the thousands watching across the world, brought to you tonight by Jeranism, the #1 YouTube channel in all of existence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Make sure your argument is tight.
Oh my gosh. All right, it just keeps going. All right. He's playing the intro still. It's a music, so I don't want to play this music. I don't know. It sounds like it's an all right song.
To episode number 20. Believe it or not, it is McToon, MC Toon against Vikka Draziv. I think I got that right. Well, I'm not sure. We'll ask him here in a second. We are arguing on the shape of the Earth tonight. So let's see what's going on with the guys. Let's bring them on. Very happy to have them join me. We've got MC Toon and Vikka. So MC Toon, welcome to the show. Say hello to everybody. I'm sure they're happy to see you.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
Awesome. And we've got first-timer Vikka on the show. Vikka, go ahead and tell us who you are. Oh, you're on mute, buddy. Just hit the unmute button in the lower left there. and you should be.
All right. Hey, everyone. This is Vikka Draziv. Thanks for the invitation here, and thanks, Michael, too. Yep.
All right.
Pleasure to be here.
Happy to have you guys. Let's go with the coin toss to start us out here, and we'll let Vikka.
You can go first, Michael.
I can go first.
Yep.
Mike, do you accept that?
Sure.
All right, that was easy.
So what's the first thing? Is that that's the questions, right?
Well, we're gonna.
But we have an intro, right?
Yeah.
Do we have an intro?
3 minutes of intro when you're ready.
Oh, all right. My intro will be pretty simple. The Earth is a globe. Thank you. No, I'm a little more. I'm MC Toon. I have a channel, MC Toon Live, where I do debates. I'm currently streaming this live there. And I do also pre-recorded videos on my Conspiracy Tunes channel. So Conspiracy Tunes spelled with a Z at the end. Go on over there and find those. I've been debating. In April, it's 5 years since I've been debating. So glad to be here. Thanks, Jeran. Looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes.
Beautiful. All right, and we've got Vikka. You got 3 minutes. When you want to start, go ahead. We'll start the clock.
All right. So there's nothing more powerful than the idea whose time has come, and this is precisely why I find myself here. Like, to champion the authenticity of Earth's true cosmology. A heartfelt gratitude to Jeran for the invitation and kudos for his commendable efforts for the FE community, and special thanks to Michael for accepting this venture. I'm Vikka Draziv, producer and director of two compelling Flat Earth documentaries. One is Flatten the Curve, which explores testimonies of Air Force pilots, Marines, who testify Earth's stationary nature. And the second one is called The Mechanical Realm, which delves into Antikythera mechanism, presenting a geocentric stationary model. Plus, I do a weekly podcast called Heliopsychosis. My unwavering stance is geocentric, asserting the Earth's stationary nature without implying a spherical shape. Surprisingly, not all flat earthers may concur when I emphasize the significance of the sky in proving our Earth's immobility. In my view, the correct sequence is geocentric, stationary, and then level realm, because no diploma degree can alter the fundamental nature of water or land, turning into a curvature. This is why the sky and its luminaries become paramount in dismantling the globe. While the proponents of the globe engage in a pseudoscientific discussion about the celestial entities and the phenomena light years away, the sky and its luminaries plays a crucial role in providing us with tangible information, from timekeeping, seasons, equinox, solstice, lunar phases, eclipses, to the intricate dance of the constellation, astrological alignments, and navigational aids. In essence, the sky becomes a comprehensive tool in demolishing the globe theory in one fell swoop. My question and claim will be around these topics. Earth is geocentric, not heliocentric. Electric, electromagnetics, and electrostatics govern the realm, not gravity. Moon is not a sphere. Phases, lunar, solar eclipses is not due to the Earth or moon being in between and creating shadows. And ancient texts, math, science, archaeology, astronomy, ancient technologies, instruments are all based on geocentric, stationary level realm. And last not least, Antikythera mechanism being a 2,000-year-old technology, a geocentric stationary level Earth model. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Vikka, for that. And if anybody's interested in debating, you can go to t.me/debatism, or you can email debatism@outlook, and that will get you in contact with us. And you can either select a partner or tell us you already got one, and we'll get you on the show. So we'll do that. And all right, let's go into the next section, which is for questions. And I guess, Toon, you'd be going first. You can go ahead and ask your first question of Vikka.
Right. Vikka, please show how the path of totality for solar eclipses are predicted using the geocentric stationary level Earth model. For example, April 8th, 2024 is coming up.
Cool. The prediction of the path of totality for solar eclipses within the geocentric stationary level Earth model involves a comprehensive consideration of various factors when addressing a specific date, such as April 8, 2024, It's important to emphasize that the accuracy of the prediction relies on a detailed simulation or animation or a projection or a physical instrument. It's crucial to question the globe Earth's source of prediction and inquire whether there's a simulation, CGI, or animation, or an instrument that accurately depict the entire model in real time. This includes ensuring all the celestial bodies are correctly positioned and located. The inquiry extends to understanding the constellation within which the eclipse is anticipated to occur. Is there more time for me, or I can continue? But
You can ask for an extra minute if you want an extra minute here. Do you need one here?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Okay, Toon, did you have any rebuttal, or did you have a minute to talk about that if you want?
Well, yeah, I didn't show. I mean, how was the path of totality predicted using the your model?
No, my answer is saying that where is your prediction coming from? Because it's not only the importance of where the shadow is falling, it's more important all the data together to be that prediction accurate. Okay, just drawing a line on a globe or on a textbook, showing a line and showing that this is a prediction is not enough, because if you got the time, hour, date, in which constellation is going to be, in which luminaries, where they're going to be, their positions. If you have all that information, it's not very extraordinary to predict a line or a shadow on the globe.
Okay, so you don't have anything. Okay.
Okay, let's go with your first question, Vikka.
Cool. My first question was... Give me a second here.
No problem. You go ahead whenever you start already. Let me know.
Yeah, that was a simple one. Just explain heliocentric, geocentric, and how it shows that it's sphere and moving in the word geocentric. Again, I'll explain. Explain the word geocentric, especially Earth being a sphere and rotating in your model or in geocentric model. So yeah, explain the word geocentric to me.
Okay. Well, I don't think that the Earth is geocentric, so it doesn't apply to what I think about things. But geocentric, generally, people take to be that the Earth is a globe and that it doesn't move. That's generally what people mean when they say geocentric. But I know others have a different meaning. Sometimes they mean it can be flat as well, but geocentric, which generally means not moving. But the kind of the common vernacular in English, at least, is when you talk about geocentrism, the people that hold that model say that the Earth is a globe, that gravity exists, that the sun is 150 million kilometers away, just that the Earth is stationary and the sun orbits the Earth instead of the other way around. That's what it generally means. But I don't think that's the case. I think that the Earth and sun orbit the barycenter of the Earth-Sun system, but it's close enough to say heliocentric instead of barycentric. I don't need to get pedantic on that.
All right, was that sufficient, Vikka?
Cool. But the geocentric, the term just the geocentric, there is nothing it's showing that the Earth, and in the physics of globe, it's too big, right? The sun is too big to go around the Earth, right? The whole thing changes because this term even doesn't fit in the globe science.
Yeah, I agree. Geocentrism is silly. I don't agree with it, but
no, it's not about silly. It's literally the word which is telling you geocentric, Earth center, and with the North Pole in the center and going around. Centric to what? If the Earth is center to what?
I don't know.
Right? To the North Pole, right? To the vortex, to the North Pole. For that reason, it's called North Pole, right? Polaris, right? All right, we can go to the next one, right?
Okay, Toon, your second one.
All right. Show how electric and electromagnetic, those are the words you use, predicts the specific approximately 9.8 meters per second squared downward acceleration.
All right, because just because I said I wanted to speak about electromagnetics or electrostatics, that doesn't mean that was right. That it means all what I'm saying go with that, right? The question should be, what is your 9.8 meter in our model, right? Okay. The acceleration of object falling to the ground measured at 9.8 doesn't represent mere quantification or a measurement. Okay, rather it's signifies a negative acceleration along the vertical axis of up and down. It is derived from the rectilinear uniform acceleration. The rise or fall of objects is influenced by mass, resulting in diverse speeds across the different mediums. This phenomena is simply the acceleration of descent. So the vertical axis plays a crucial role in both negative and positive acceleration, as well as dynamics of pressure and push. This term gravity originates from the word gravitas, right? Denoting quality of weight. Is done? Objects fall due to their own. Give me a few seconds, just a few seconds.
I'll give you an extra minute here. Go ahead.
Okay. Objects fall due to their own weights in any medium, not solely because an external force is propelling them to the ground. Nature seeks equilibrium in densities and pressures, with bodies and objects reaching equilibrium, where their relative densities equals or is inferior to that of the surrounding medium. The interplay of negative and positive values and the two axes involving density and buoyancy explain atmospheric phenomena such as ocean winds, clouds, atmospheric circulation, and ocean currents. I could continue, but yeah, I think I'm out. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Mike, you have any come back to that?
Okay, so nothing. All right, that's good.
Okay. Then we've got your second one, Vikka. And by the way, just so everybody knows, you each get 2 extra minutes if you need it. So Vikka just gave you that one. And then you can use a 2-minute takeover at any time. Just wave me down and you'll get to mute the other person for 2 minutes if you want to use that. At any point, you can use it whenever. Vikka, ask your second question. I have it here for you too if you need.
All right. Do you have any experiments which demonstrates moon is a sphere?
All right. I'm sharing my screen. Do you get that, Jeran?
Yes. Sorry, yes, I would do. I'll get 1 second. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, all right, the moon does not perfectly face the Earth. It varies throughout the month and year. This is called lunar libration. We see more than 50% of the moon as it librates. Here are 20 pictures of full moon between May 2005 and December 2006 by Laurent Lavadère. I don't know, he's French. This shows that the moon varies in distance and that the edges, we view the edges and they change. And then here's a zoom in on it. Let me see, I can probably give you a little closer view. So there you can see on the top of those 3 there, this is a zoom in on the edge there. You see on the top that Mare Humboldt, whatever that pronounce, that ocean as they call it is. That's, you can see it rather well. And then that middle one there, you can see it's being distorted a little bit in view, and then in the top you cannot see it at all. So this is a close-up of the libration, so you can see that the edges of the sphere of the moon when you zoom in on it. So there you go. There's an experiment that shows that the moon is a sphere.
Vikka, have anything you want to say back to that?
All right. Well, these are from some sites, right? Just some images, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna share some. I'm gonna share something as an experiment. Let me see. How can I share the video?
Down at the bottom, you'll see it says share screen. There should be a green button in the middle. There you go. Okay, we see your screen. Okay. If it's got sound, we might not hear it, but we'll try it.
No, it's no sound.
Okay. Go ahead. We're watching.
It just takes a few seconds to load. Just give me. Okay, so here's an experiment anybody can do to show without even going to the moon or just with images that how the shadow, the shaping factor, how the way the shadow falls on something shows what's the surface. You see how it's on the curve, it shows the curved surface. If it's a ball, it goes like this. So the same way. And you've got, just a second. The light diffusion factor, the light diffuse, right? When the shadow falls on an object and the way the shadow falls, it diffuses and shows the shape of the object it's falling on. It diffuses on the end, okay? And the last is the sine wave factor. You see, if there is really, moon is a sphere, this is the shadow we should see on the moon, but it's not like that. If it's a sphere, having a shadow on a sphere, that should be the effect too. But it's not what we see. Anybody can do that. And I think if the Globers can show us something, this is without going to the moon, you can see that, right? And it says a lot. It not only shows that the moon is not a sphere, but it's also telling that it's not the Earth. That is, whatever it is, it's not the Earth, right? Because if you think it's a ball, the shadow shouldn't be like that. All right, I'm done with this.
Okay, time. And we've got your third question, I believe, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. What specifically causes the moon phases?
All right, just a second, because I'm trying to stop my.
I did it for you. Go ahead.
All right, cool. What causes the moon phases, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. There are different versions of flat earthers also explaining the moon, right? And what could be. And examining the causes of the moon phases and eclipses brings attention to the role of UV radiation emitted by the sun. The sun could be seen as a bulb, a light bulb, and the moon could be seen as a fluorescent tube, UV light, ultraviolet radiation. And the moon charges itself, and depending on the percentage of its charges, it glows, right? Apart from that, the sun is also taken into account, the factor of the sun's angle. That's the second factor which is taken into account. And the third factor is the vortex, the electromagnetic fields of the Earth. So these three factors, and which makes the moon phases the way it happens. It's nothing that the Earth or other whatever the Glober says is coming in the middle.
Okay, Toon, any comment on that? Or
I'm anxious to hear how the magnetic field does it, but that's for a future discussion, I think. So yeah, thanks.
Oh, we will see that maybe in the claims part. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. Awesome. And then Vikka, your last question.
My last question was, did you consider the watch, a clock or a watch, a scientific instrument capable of doing precise calculations?
I think a watch or a clock is not generally doing calculations, but it does a fantastic job if they're high quality of measuring time. But if you want to, it depends on how you're going to use the word calculation. I suppose you could bend the word a little bit to mean that, but I wouldn't put it into the category of calculations. There are certainly mechanical devices that can do calculations. The Enigma machine, for example, in World War II was a mechanical computer. So a good example of it.
Okay, awesome. So also that the people have idea, right, about why this question is, you have the second hand of the watch or a clock moves 60 times, then the minute hand moves 60 times, in turn the hour hand moves, right? It's a gear ratio of doing calculations for precise measurement and calculations, right? That's what a chronometer or a clock or a watch does, right? So that's it. I'm good.
Okay, excellent. Let's move on to claims, and I believe it's going to be you going first. Tune, so go ahead and go with your first claim. So what this section is for, they get 2 minutes to make a claim and back it with evidence, and then we will have a 1 minute rebuttal and then possibly a conversation after that. So go ahead, you got 2 minutes when you're ready.
2 minutes. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen coming up here.
Okay.
All right, so you got that?
Got it.
All right. So the eclipse predictions using the globe. So the time, location, duration, and path of totality, the amount of coverage for eclipses are precisely predicted using the globe and positions of the Earth, Moon, and Sun in the solar system. None of this is predicted based on flat Earth. The earliest eclipse I'm aware of where they predicted the path of totality was 1715 by Edmund Halley. And he got very close. He was about 20 miles off at the most. And then he updated his methods and improved his precision for the 1924 eclipse. He was significantly closer for that one. That sparked a rash of people doing eclipse predictions using the globe and the distance between the moon and the sun and the moon and the earth. Bunches of them came in the following years. Today we have one of the most prolific predictors is Fred Espenak, and he uses the VSOP 87 and ELP 2000 ephemerides to do that. I'll cover what both of those are. I have one of those books myself right here. The first one, the 2021 to 2020 or 2030 eclipse catalog. He has predicted the eclipses for 5,000 years. You can download the PDF of that if you're interested on his website, EclipseWise. So how does he do it? Well, VSOP 87 is an ephemeris of the positions of the planets Mercury through Neptune in the solar system, including the Earth, and it has a specific additional ephemeris catalog for the Earth-Moon Barycenter, which is a little different than the Earth alone position. That's what one of the rows looks like. Here's what one of the Fortran program that came with it looks like. I have written software in Fortran. It's been a long time and I don't miss it. And then ELP 2000 is also an ephemeris specifically about the position. Am I over time? Can I get another minute?
You can have a minute. Go ahead.
All right. Positions of the moon in relation to the Earth. There's a couple notes in there. You can get this, download this yourself. It specifically lists the mass of the Earth, the mass of the moon and the sun, the distance on the bottom right there, 384,000 kilometers is the distance between the Earth and the moon. And it has different distances because the distance varies because of the elliptical orbit of it and tidal forces. And then this is the output of the those calculations there. It goes way off the screen there, but this is the details of the positions that the sun and moon will be for different positions on the surface of the Earth. You take that, you plug it into a map, and then you get this kind of animation is what you get when you plug those into a map. I can speed that up a little bit there. So, and this is for the eclipse coming up. So if it's right, then when I drive myself to Texas, I will see the eclipse at the exact minute that it says. It's down to the second, actually. So there you go.
Okay. Vikka, you got a minute to rebut that? You're on mute.
Sorry.
No problem. Go ahead.
Just predicting the eclipses doesn't make the Earth a globe. There are many other predictions that the Earth a globe model needs to present for the whole model, complete model. Because why it's just the eclipses? Why not other cycles and other alignments and all the luminaries, their right positions, right? Why is not there a digital version of what you showed, but a complete model seen from not just a simulation, which could even the simulation is showing the stretch the way you are showing that stretch. We are not seeing that on the earth, on the moon, right? So shouldn't it be the reverse effect? If the earth is having a shadow of the moon in the same way, it should be the same shadow on the moon, like it's in the simulation, but that's not the case. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not only the eclipses. There are so many other observations that our model does. It's not only about eclipses and its path, right? There is so many other things.
Time, you can have an open conversation about that if you want for a couple minutes.
Yeah, hey, that's a good question. Well, VSOP 87, as I mentioned, plots the positions of the planets Mercury through Neptune. There are other ephemerides. The JPL has it's DE 400 series that plots all the planets, including the formerly planet Neptune, Pluto, and several other things like asteroids. All of them plotted in three-dimensional space in the solar system. And if you want to look at a three-dimensional model of them in a computer program, I think Universe Sandbox does that. There's a couple of them that you can actually use those ephemerides to look at the positions of those objects in three-dimensional space. So yeah, all of those, as you want, as you wish, Vikka, are all available. Most of them are free to download. On some of these apps are free to download. Of course, all of the data from NASA
I'd love to.
is free.
I'd love to see if it's in real time observation and does it really corroborates with what is seen above. Because as I said, it's not only about eclipse, it's the time, date, month, zodiac, the position of the
Absolutely.
sun, the moon, the luminaries, the phases, the lunar and the solar eclipses, the penumbral, the total, the partial, the equinox, the solstice. Every one of them. After that, okay, we will see. 100%. We will see that, but also the other cycles like sidereal, the tropical, the metonic, the Saros, the Caliphus, the Exalemos, right? Also, timekeeping, right? Okay, we'll see that. Awesome.
Okay, Vikka, go ahead with your your first claim. You got 2 minutes. Tell me whenever you're ready.
My first claim. All right. I assert that the Earth is geocentric, then heliocentric, governed by electromagnetics, and electrostatics forces instead of gravity. The governing forces shaping Earth's dynamic are centered around electricity, electromagnetics, and electrostatics, challenging the conventional understanding of gravity. This claim aligns with observable realities such as our perception of the magnetic North Pole, characterized by round magnets and toroidal field interactions between the sun and the moon, and well as the phenomena like storms, tides, and earthquakes. Find the explanations in these electromagnetic principles. Key experiments and inventions further support this perspective, including Tesla's experiment with the Tesla coil and ball lightning experiment, and the functioning of the AC motor based on similar principles. The creation of a vortex through the 360 loop plan. You guys must have seen some video that is creating like a portal. Then we have magnetometers, maglev technologies, different craft utilizing electromagnetic levitations. Also, blimps and aerostats, all derived from the same electromagnetic foundations. Also, natural entities such as bees and bumblebees resonate at specific frequencies, showing the influence of electromagnetism in biological systems. Additionally, phenomena like aurora borealis and australis also prove the same thing, right? Like compass readings, the sundial operations contribute to the claim of the Earth's dynamic are primarily shaped by electromagnetic forces rather than gravity.
Okay. Toon, you got a minute to rebut.
Okay. Sorry, that was just kind of a list of claims. I know it said claims, but I think that the instructions from Jeran were to have supporting evidence for it. But anyway, that's just a bunch of claims. I look forward to evidence supporting them.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
No, go ahead.
All
You
right,
can
all
go back.
good.
You can talk. You can have set the clock for 3 minutes. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. We go to the next one. All right.
Okay.
We can continue that. In the next one.
You've got your second claim, Mike. Sharing?
Second, I'm going to share.
Okay.
This is celestial navigation. I'll probably have to also take my extra minute. I'll go over quickly here. First thing is that Euclid has book 3 proposition 18. You can get a tangent to a curve, not a problem. Here is when you do celestial navigation, you're sighting between the horizon and the object there, which is line angle A in this diagram, and the line A from the eye out to the celestial object is parallel to the line that goes down to that circle there. And so to get the particular angle you're interested in is you want the departure from vertical. That's alpha in this one at the top there. So you just subtract from 90 and you subtract the dip angle. And that gives you that departure from vertical. You use that, which along with the known radius of the Earth and the known linear distance across the surface of the Earth by for different degrees of change, and you plot their position using the nautical ephemeris. This is another ephemeris that's on screen there. You can see 1850 on the left, 1900 in the middle, and 2017 on the right. The positions, the GPs of each star, that's the point directly beneath the star, is known for any moment of the year. And if you know what time it is, so you need a good timepiece, then you can figure out what position it is at the moment that you made the sighting. Then you can do what's called a circle of equal altitude being the elevation, the angular altitude, not the linear altitude. And so everywhere on that circle on the right there is the same, has the same angular elevation to the star, which is in the center. The GP of the star is in the center. By measuring multiple circles of equal altitude, you can see that they intersect in a certain spot. And in this, we have 2 circles there. They intersect in 2 spots. If you have a third, they intersect in a single spot. So that you can isolate where you are. Then you use sight reduction tables, which are pre-calculated to make it easier on a ship in the days of yore when fast electronic calculators didn't exist. These tables use spherical geometry and the radius of the Earth to calculate them. The fact that this process works is unchallenged proof that the Earth is a globe. I have a $10,000 challenge. It turned 2 years old this month. mc2.net/10K sextant V2, or just go to the website there, you'll find it. Right there on the right side is a sample star angle measurements. I can get the position of the observer using the globe. 2 years, no flat earther has been able to get the position using flat earth and not using the globe. So this is unchallenged, and it's got $10,000 to reward anybody that might give it a shot and find that it's correct. There you go.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, that was just some drawings, right? All the navigations they use or digital or paper form, pre-planned routes and different methods which are based on a flat surface and are challenged to demonstrate the same calculation on a spherical model, right? You speak about sextants, right? The sextant needs the horizon as a straight line for its measurement, and also the one from the star, right? And that imaginary arc is for the perception. It's not proving anything of a globe, right?
Vikka, have you done social
let me continue. Yeah, throughout millennia, tools like compasses, sextants, sundials, gyros, charts, bearings, and celestial bodies have been utilized for navigation, right? This comprehensive approach considers the horizon and the constellation for location, measurement, and direction in both maritime and aviation contexts. even units like knots
You
commonly
want an
used at
extra minute?
sea. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Even a unit like knots commonly used at sea find their counterparts on the land. Emphasizing the measuring distance in longitude and latitude is just another method of measurement. It's nothing proving of a globe if they're using the knots. Contrary to the common belief that these traditional navigation tools prove Earth's sphericity, the digital version of this technology do not inherently support the notion of the spherical Earth. I could go on into and explain what the whole GPS thing is all about, but yep, I can stop here. All right, because I don't have time. Right.
3 minutes on this clock. You can just go back and forth if you have more things to say about that. Or,
All right, Vikka, have you ever done celestial navigation?
I don't need to do celestial navigation. I have done a lot of research. Like I don't fly a plane, right? But I know a lot of aviation and about navigation. I've done documentaries. I've done interviews and a lot of discussions about these instruments.
Sure.
Yep, go ahead.
I have done celestial navigation.
Okay.
And I know how celestial navigation is done. So when you tell me how celestial navigation is done, but you've never done it, and I have done it, and I know how it's done, then when you say make claims about it, and it's not true because I know it because I've done it. So it uses the globe. There's no flat Earth model in celestial navigation. Celestial navigation isn't just about doing routes; it's about getting your position.
So why don't you explain me?
Based on the measurements.
Yeah. So why don't you explain me how GPS work? And I'm going to tell you how it works in on our model. Go ahead.
I'm not talking about.
Yeah,
The topic is
you are
celestial
using
navigation.
What kind of instruments are you using other than sextants?
Well, in celestial navigation, you can use a sextant or a theodolite or other ways to measure the angles. So it's not GPS.
Okay, so what you were doing in like in the 70s, right now everything have GPS. Have you not used any
I can
GPS
do it right now.
or any?
Vikka,
yeah,
I can do it right now.
But have you done that? Have you done that? And you know how does it work?
Yeah.
I have.
It's not that hard. I bought a book. I learned how to do it. It goes through the process. It shows you how to use the site reduction tables. I've looked into the site reduction tables to see how they're generated. It uses the Haversine formula and the radius of the globe.
No, if you're saying you know about celestial navigation, you should know exactly how the analog stuff works and the digital stuff work. Okay, you're claiming that you are doing navigation, but you're not able to explain how the bearings and everything are done and the horizon is taken into account, even though you might feel it's not. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So how the horizon is taken into account? Well, one of the things that you need to do is you need to take into account the dip of the horizon. That's based on the radius of the Earth and your elevation. And so when you're at higher elevation, it can increase your the amount of the dip that you need to subtract from it. So if you're on the top of a large cargo ship and you're 100 meters up, I don't know how tall they really are, but you need to take that into account. So you subtract that. There's tables in the nautical of almanacs based on your elevation to subtract from your measurement so that you can get the complement to get the departure from zenith.
Okay, Vikka, you want to go with your second claim, I believe.
All right.
You got 2 minutes when you're ready.
Second.
And if anybody has any questions for these guys, you can send in a super chat or a Rockfin tip or even a Cash App if you want, $Jeranism, and we will get to those here at the end.
Cool. The moon is not a sphere. We already discussed in the question, right? The autoluminescence, because of the UV radiation charging itself, right? The phases and the eclipses are not due to the shadow of the Earth or the moon, right? So this challenge, my second claim challenges the unconventional understanding of the moon positioning that it's not a sphere and possesses autoluminescence. The various phases and eclipses are not attributed to shadow of either of the Earth or the moon. Factors such as Rahu, Ketu nodes, there are different views of even the flat earthers. But for me, the magnetic element is in play, which is one of the most strongest, right? And which is supposed to be the Rupes Nigra, the Polaris, whatever we're going to call it, which contributes to this perspective of that it's not the Earth or that is creating the shadow or the moon. The interaction of the lights with electromagnetism is the more emphasized on that, like leading to the creation of distortion known as Faraday effect. This is the reason. The Faraday effect is what can be testable and repeatable. When light meets electromagnetics, create distortion, and that is the reason the phases is happening, not because if the Earth or the other bodies are in the middle. So, do you know anything about Faraday effect?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the reason, not the Earth being in the middle. Yep. Go ahead. You wanna?
Oh,
He's got a minute.
Yeah. What experiments did you have? Can you cite that confirmed this to be the case?
No, I'm explaining what is the effect. The effect is called Faraday effect, and you can back check if that effect is there or not, or if there is any signs of Faraday effect. Light distorting, light meeting with electromagnetics, creating distortion. That's it. And that's the real reason for the phases and eclipses.
Yeah, but what experiment was done to confirm that?
But what experiment do you need that the Faraday go and try and out yourself? What is Faraday effect? That is it's creating that effect of light with electromagnetics, right? And that is creating the distortion. So what we see, the phases and the eclipses, the phases and the eclipses are very similar phenomena, but on different time periods. Okay, the eclipses are much quicker than the phases, but the same phenomena, the electromagnetics is playing part in that.
Okay, but I was just wondering when, what experiments were done to confirm that the moon is somehow due to the Faraday effect.
No, I think you didn't understand my claim. I am claiming that it's the Earth and the moon is not in the middle or taking the shadow, or it's nothing that like that. What is the effect is the Faraday effect because of the light and electromagnetics.
Yeah, you reiterated your claim. That's fine. But what was the experiment that confirmed it?
All right, let's go back and forth on that one. So,
all right,
go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to go in a loop. Vikka. I don't know how far we're going to get on this.
All right,
I'm just going to keep asking for the evidence.
Okay, yeah, but what more evidence you need that a scientific experiment called Faraday effect? What more scientific? I'm claiming that, that's it.
Yeah, you need to show how it is the Faraday effect. Just the fact that the Faraday effect exists doesn't mean that something is the Faraday effect.
But the observable reality is showing you that, right? When you see the eclipses and the moon. But you are saying that. But do you have anything to say that what is that process happening in your theory about the Earth being in middle, just other than claims? We have the North Pole.
You reverse the burden there.
No. We have the North Pole. No. We have the North Pole. But I'm saying, but you're saying no. There is no scientific experiment to prove. Or have I done the experiment? I'm telling you.
I don't care if you did it. Somebody else can do it.
No. The observable reality is showing you that, and you have an experiment. The same way I showed you about the phases, the shape of the moon is not because of the shadow, the way shadow falls. There's another way to know what is really happening. And it collaborates with the observable reality, the North Pole, the vortex, the magnetic field of the luminaries and the Earth. There's many things more. Okay, you want to go on the next one?
Okay. It's you there, Mike.
All right.
What are you on? Claim
this is my third.
Okay.
We're rocking. All right.
Moving right.
I got to share it. I like Vikka. Vikka, you're great. This is fun. All right. Here you go. The horizon does not rise to eye level. Samuel Rowbottom and Eric Dubé both claim the horizon always rises to eye level. This is a requirement for flat Earth. There's Rowbottom in his book, Experiment 15, he called it. And so I'm not going to go over the math, but I do have the math on my website. If you're interested, you can look it up here. This goes through the derivation of it for flat Earth. I'm calculating for 46 degrees north latitude here. The prediction for flat Earth, this is including refraction, will make it higher, or sorry, less. Refraction will decrease it. the prediction for flat Earth is no more than 0.0417 degrees dip. So very close to zero. If your precision of your instrument is only to one decimal point, you're going to measure zero. And if there's refraction, it's going to be less than that. So that's the prediction for flat Earth. But what is observable reality? Well, observable reality from 46 degrees north latitude is that there is a 3.3 degree dip of the horizon. This is from an airplane at 11,000 feet. I didn't specify here. This is for that specific 11,000 meters. 11,000 meters here. I said feet. I meant meters. So I did the math for flat Earth, computed the consequences of flat Earth here for everybody. Both Rowbottom and Dubé agree. I know others don't, but this is the application. And but I've got a couple others that all have the same thing. There's 3.2 degrees. Here's one that I did at 35,000 feet. That's the moon below the center frame there and the clouds below that. Here's one by a surveyor. Here, this is both at level. And then here's the measurement of the dip, which is 7 degrees or 7 minutes, 7 arc minutes. So there you go. Horizon does not rise to eye level.
Vikka, you got a minute?
Cool. All right. There might be some truth to that. You say that the horizon don't rise to the eyes level, but it's not physically rising. Like it's an optical effect, right? The cone vision, like that, it creates an effect similar to the sky touching the horizon. The sky is literally not coming down. So the same goes for the ground. It's just an optical effect, but it's a visible and measurable effect, right? And for example, you can, as you showed from the cockpit view, more than 180 degrees, the pilot views, you don't see any, you see that it's almost there, but it's not physically rising. That's because of the vision we have. When we are on an altitude, on a flat realm, that's physical geography is in front of you. If the Earth is globe, it should literally dip much more. So that ADI that you just showed,
ADI
is the altitude directional indicator that you just showed to show the level horizon. That's
I didn't
an
show
instrument.
One of those.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Was showing the level of it's an ADI. Maybe if you don't know, it's another thing. But the ADI and the sextant are the two things which measures this horizon. Two instruments, straight lines, used as measurements for calculating and travel. All right, on the flat realm. Okay.
Can you guys get a couple minutes if we want to go back?
Yeah, so you said it should dip more. So can you show the math for how much it should dip at 11,000 meters?
No, I'm talking about an instrument that is calculating and showing you that the horizon, that whatever is saying is rising or not, is just an optical phenomena, but it is used for measurement and use it for navigation, right? Two tools confirming the horizon. Horizon is Horan rising, Horus rising. The word says that, but it's an optical phenomena, but measurable and detectable. Yeah. Because if you really see on a cockpit a long trip, you would see that it doesn't, only when it's ascending and descending, there are variations. If no, it's just on a cruise level. Perfect, right? So that's my case. Two instruments, horizon used for measurements and navigation.
All right, but you did say, you made a very specific claim. You said it should dip more for the globe. How much should it dip for the globe?
Muted. It should dip a hell of a lot, like a lot. There is no just a mad words here and here and there.
How much is a hell of a lot? Can you give me a
number?
But
if it's not there, if it's not there, it doesn't matter how much, right? It's not there. That's it.
All right, Vikka, at 11,000 meters, the globe predicts 3.3 degrees of dip. So, I did the math. I didn't put it on screen, but yeah, it's 3.3.
So you believe that the Earth, so you do believe that the plane dips its nose down, right? All the way.
This has nothing to do with dipping of the nose. That's
No,
not
but
what
you
we're
know,
talking
whatever.
about.
So,
We're talking about the dip of the horizon, not a different type of dip.
or whatever, but you're trying to show that there is curvature or no, anyway, or the plane or the Earth.
Yeah.
Something has
Yeah,
to dip.
Just,
If there is a curvature,
it
something
did
has
dip.
to dip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did dip, and I mean it's a measurement using an instrument that's specifically designed to measure it, and it's precise to 1/10 of 1 degree, so 3.3 degrees is what it measured. The flat Earth predicts 0.04 degrees, and the globe predicts 3.3 degrees, and the observation is 3.3 degrees, so it matches observational reality.
Let me just ask you a question on that. Is that a linear thing? That 6.6 degrees would be 66,000 feet? No, it's not. Just wondering. All right, Vikka, we're the time there.
No, if we're speaking about that, there's nothing in even in the avionics which shows that there is the correction being done for this dips.
There's no dip
nothing,
of the
there's
horizon
nothing,
necessary in avionics.
No, or the plane dipping, right? Because it's not happening. Okay,
Vikka, your next your claim. And your clock is ready when you are. Whoops, I lied. Now it is. When you're ready. Oh, you're on mute. Sorry. Go ahead and unmute, and then we'll start. Okay. Your claim, Vikka.
Yeah.
Okay.
My third claim is ancient text, scriptures, archaeology, astrology, ancient technologies. Most of the instruments works on a geocentric stationary realm. Like what I mean to say that the globe earthers, like they just took a flat map and put it on a ball, put it on a stand, and they're calling it a model, right? This is what they are doing. They don't want to acknowledge the ancients. Like, you know, if we give the handicap to the globes for 500 years, even though it's very less, it's just a new kid on the block, right? What do you think, that we didn't have science, maths, technologies, and way to do everything, that all the construction that is aligned to the constellations and to the north? This all happened before the globe earth came into, even the globe earth idea came into being. All right. So how come they don't want to see that they have been indoctrinated by the fake timeline? Like, you know, the pyramids, the Mayan pyramids, the Stonehenge, the temples, all are aligned to the constellation, luminaries, stars, ley lines to the Polaris. You can see analemas, you know, there are points of solstices which marks with different archaeological sites. They work as calendars. Timekeeping is done. They work as markers to the constellation above. All this science, high-tech construction even can't be even done today, right? That's aligned to a geocentric stationary astronomy, right? Coming for a few hundred years and saying this is the truth, it's not working.
That's it for a third claim? Okay. A minute to rebut.
Okay, and kind of similar to the previous, you made a bunch of claims, and then of course the next part after you make a claim is the part where you bring the evidence supporting the claim, and then you describe how the claim and the evidence are connected. That's called the warrant. The warrant is then what you'd say to connect the evidence to the claim, but you didn't bring the evidence, you just stated the claims. So maybe bring the warrant and the evidence and then kind of link them together. That's how that's done. So
okay, so do you need any evidence that the pyramids were built before the globe came into being, and all how they are aligned with different constellations, right?
Yeah.
How the math,
Show how they're aligned with different constellations.
let me. And there was no navigation, right? There was no culture, there was no science, there was no art, right? Everything was much more evolved than what the majority of the mass indoctrinated think, because of the fake timelines that have been given to them, right? You're saying that I'm not pointing to evidence. How you can go and check how these things align with on a equinox, on solstices, and different the luminaries, and when they come, it's mind-boggling. Even it's not possible today, right? So, and you're gonna say that the astronomy or the true cosmology is what they all believed in. All the ancient cosmologies believe in a flat Earth, stationary creation story. Like thousands of years before the Earth didn't existed, right? Right. And there was nothing. There was no evolution. There was no technology. There was no civilization, right? That's what it thought. Yeah, that's the reason. But yep.
Yes, I do expect that you would have evidence. So if you think that the pyramids are connected to or aligned, then show that. Yeah, definitely show it.
Sure, you can just go and have see how they align with the true north and what are the dimensions of the pyramids, how it explains all that. All the maths is there to show that it's the representation of the hemisphere, the northern hemisphere, the only hemisphere that exists.
Cool, bring it up.
That's only one of them. That's only one of them, but there are many.
Can you
But
share
there
your
are
screen?
many.
Just like put it up on your screen there.
Yeah, well, I need to share the pyramids and the Aztec and Mayas and the temples.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You need to.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
That's the standard way, the standard part of a debate. You have your claim, your evidence, your warrant. All you've done is the claim, no evidence, no warrant yet.
I don't need to prove evidence that how these things aligns with everything and how it's stationary.
Yes,
prove stationary.
Totally do.
Absolutely
completely
because
do.
because they work as markers to one another. You don't want to understand, but they will. Yeah, no,
evidence,
because it's
then that's the next.
Yeah,
part.
but your senses, you're not seeing your senses and observer reality.
My
that one you don't want to take in
ever
account.
Sensed the pyramids.
Yeah,
I've never been
not
there,
about.
So you need to show
no,
that.
No. It's not about sensing the pyramid. You don't have sense that what could move and what not. With what other different on the ley lines, how they are made, right? And how the analemma and how this calendar.
Dude, we're going
what is Stonehenge?
now.
Yeah, what is Stonehenge? What is Stonehenge? Can you tell me what is Stonehenge?
It's a bunch of rocks in a circle.
Yeah, that's what you think. These are ancient calendars, my brother. Yeah, this is the thing.
Oh yeah, right. I mean Stonehenge is pretty cool how it lines up on certain days of the year. I love that.
No, but it had a lot of more calculation. It's just half ruined up. But these were real timekeeping. No. These were real timekeeping devices. These were real timekeeping devices made in stone, and this is just one of them. Okay, they're all around the different kinds, but their function are the same, right? To control, to observe timekeeping with the luminaries and showing what is really stationary and what, and the cycles that it counts. Right, there are so many other cycles. They timekeep with that observations, but that's too much science maybe for you.
Your fourth claim.
He didn't do any science yet. All right. My fourth claim.
Yes.
Right. All right. Let me. Do I have any?
You can always use your 2-minute takeover.
All right. I might have to do that. All right. Gravity is my final one here. Gravity predicts the downward acceleration. Gravimeters are precision accelerometers that measure the downward acceleration to 9 or more digits. There's thousands of ISGN 71 measurements that are publicly available. Nobody needs to purchase their own unless they want to confirm the results personally. NOAA, NOAA, has a large list for public download. You can just go to their website, search for IGSN 71. I did that. Here is a document of the measurements from Minnesota. This is at 43 degrees north, 96 degrees west, elevation 1647 feet. That's near Worthington, Minnesota. And the downward acceleration is 9.8 meters per second squared. There's where it is. Then, so using gravity, the Earth's rotation, Earth's radius, and elevation to predict the downward acceleration is what I'm going to do right now. So this is computing the consequences. This is a hypothesis, and I'm going to test it. So based on actual measurements. So we'll go through the prediction, and then I'll show you the measurement. So we're going to start by using the law of gravitational attraction, F equals G m1 m2 over r squared. And then we're going to use the second law of motion, F equals ma. And we're interested in the acceleration. So we're just going to solve for acceleration. So A equals G m1 over r squared. M1 is the mass of the Earth, which has been measured. So I'll put that in. That formula on the bottom, that's the formula for the gravitational field. Then the other formula we need is a centrifugal acceleration. There it is, A equals V squared over R. There's our two formulas on screen. So IGSN 71 measurements for a mountain on Kauai, Hawaii are publicly available. And the location there is
2 minutes?
22 degrees north latitude, 159 or 160 degrees
Give me your 2 minutes.
west latitude, elevation 1130 meters. The distance to the center of the globe using WGS 84 is 6,376,255.1 meters, and the tangential speed is 1,500 kilometers per hour. So the predicted, using those formulas, the predicted gravitational formula is 9.804 meters per second squared. The predicted centrifugal acceleration is 0.29, and the total predicted downward acceleration, 9.77 meters per second squared down. That's the prediction for the globe. What's the actual observation? The actual observation is 9.78, a difference of 0.01 meters per second squared. And it's a 0.15% difference in calculation. So we have a good confirmation of the prediction for the globe to the observation for the globe. I've never seen anybody produce a prediction for flat Earth, but I have a $10,000 challenge. Should anyone ever want to do it? Nobody has yet even attempted this one. But how does your replacement for gravity produce the downward 9.8 meters per second squared downward acceleration? You could be the one to get $10,000 if you did it. There you go. All right, that's it, Jeran.
Thank you. Vikka, you got a minute to rebut that? You're on mute, though.
Okay, just a second. Oh,
And you also have one more 2 minute to use if you want. Vikka and Toon, you are empty.
Okay, the assertion that mass attracts mass within the gravitational theory may face challenges when uncontrolled electrostatics interactions are taken into account. For example, the Cavendish experiment measuring gravitational attraction between lead balls could be influenced by electrostatics interactions, potentially leading to fluctuations in electromagnetic energies. So the Cavendish experiment, they try to do it in a more modern, high-tech instrument, and it's not working, right? You are challenging and offering 10,000. Why don't you look into the modern reproduction of the Cavendish experiment? It's out of the park. And which is done by the way, it is done by International Office of Weights and Measures. All right. Articles could be found in Scientific American.
Okay, I'll put. Do you guys need to go back and forth on that one, or you want to go?
Okay. Well, none of my presentation had anything to do with specifically the Cavendish experiment. But I'd love to know how much.
You're speaking about gravity, right? What are we speaking about? You're speaking about gravity. So what are we speaking about then? Your challenge is about gravity, with all the fake numbers there. Yeah.
But those numbers matched observational reality.
Oh yeah.
So that's a confirmation of the model.
So,
that's how you do science.
So you are defending that's right, other than what this institution have done, and even they can't figure it out that it's right or not because it's so off the charts, right?
I'm gonna need the off the charts that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it's very strange that you are into this and you didn't look up. You know very well, right? The newer reproductions are not
I have a list
working.
of 18 of them on my website, and none of them are a problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
mctoon.net/G if you want to see 18 different measurements of the strength of the gravitational attraction. None of them that I'm aware of are
they cannot find
out of the park.
So
which ones are out of the park?
They cannot find the constant G.
Yeah,
they cannot find the constant
they have
G.
It to 4 digits.
Nope.
Yeah, they do. They certainly do have it to 4 digits. But if they don't, then I'm just going to need the evidence. I know.
Do you want me to
Come
go
on,
into
Vika,
some
one
of the,
time, give
do
me
you want me
something,
to?
man.
Yeah, do you want me to go? What one
Yes,
time? Do
I
you want
want
me to
you
go
to.
in the?
I want you to go. Get it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
saying you already go and see or check yourself. The newer
I
ones are not working.
did.
So
Vika,
no,
I
you are
did.
depending on the 1700s experiment. You
No,
have
I'm
just
not.
one. No,
No, I'm
you
not.
guys have just one instrument that you are depending on,
No,
and
we're
one
not.
experiment to prove your gravity, and it's not working.
But
What
we're
is really
not.
doing? No. What is really doing is measuring is electrostatics. That's what it's doing, right? Even though you don't want to face it, that's what it's doing.
Vika, come on, bring it
Exactly.
up.
Yep.
What do you? I don't know what you're even talking about.
Oh yeah, for
I've
sure.
read that. I've read the ones on my
For
website.
sure.
18 of them. They all agree. So which
Oh,
one are
yeah.
you talking about?
For sure,
That
I'm gonna
is
send you then, right?
Out of the park. Okay, all right, that's fine. If you want to send it later, I'll take it. That's fine. I know it's hard in the middle of a debate to have everything handy. So I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, there's more than just torsion bar experiments or measurements. None of them that I cite on mctoon.net/G
all of
are
them, bro.
specifically from Cavendish. But there is one I like a lot that uses 13 tons of mercury, and it's not a torsion bar experiment at all. It uses a very different method.
Yeah, various method, various observation, various experiments. None of them,
and they all agree.
We're high precision equipment.
Yes, they all do it. They do, and they
Very
do
high.
control. Yeah, they control for electrostatics. It's pretty easy to control for electrostatics by just having everything grounded to the same common ground. So then their net charge is zero. But if it is in it, like in a torsion bar, if sometimes people claim that the net charge is not zero, but Coulomb's law says that like charges repel. So if for some reason they had a non-zero charge, then they would repel instead of attract, but yet they attract. So that doesn't go very far with torsion bar.
Okay, let's go to your fourth claim, Vika.
All right, my last claim. That's my last claim.
Yes.
Oh, that's the reason I'm here. All right.
Okay. Yep, whenever you're ready. And you got a 2-minute takeover if you want to use that to add on anytime. Tune.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Yeah, just give me a sec. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, my last claim. The Antikythera mechanism is a geocentric stationary level realm model. Take note, everyone. We have a working model that is a scientific instrument that's called a cosmograph. I could have put this as a question, but so what is a cosmograph? And a cosmograph is a machine that describes the cosmos. A planetarium, not only predictions or post-predictions, but real-time data of the whole sky. All right, as seen above, real calculations, simple arithmetics and geometry, right? Done with gear ratios, gate trains. That's why we spoke about the watches. So this is 30 times more complex, right? Gate train projected on a planetarium before. They used to use this to project the real-time showing of the planetariums. Before digitalization, right? So the cosmograph is a geocentric stationary flat realm model, observable reality put into a mechanism, corroborates, testable, and repeatable. That was one of your own words. Scientific theory without an experiment or an instrument is not for us. So here you have with an instrument, right? And do you know what it does? Your view before we continue, right? I'm here.
Do I know what the cosmograph does? Or are you talking about the Antikythera mechanism or something else?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
So you didn't knew that is the same thing?
A cosmograph is a generic term, right? The Antikythera mechanism is referencing a very specific thing, right?
No, it's the same thing. It's just because it's found in Greek version, that doesn't mean it's a Greek technology. If somebody in the future finds a mobile that says made in China, it's not Chinese technology. It's just a Greek version. This technology is thousands of years old, right? And the oldest one is found, that is the Antikythera mechanism. That's why it's called Antikythera. It has a scientific name that is called a cosmograph. What it does, what it does. All the observations in real time, from eclipses to time to everything you could imagine that is happening there. 30 gears. For every luminaries, there's a gear. For the sun, the moon, right? You can see the time, date, month, zodiac, position of the sun, the moon, the luminaries, the phases, the color of the phases, the partial, the total, the equinoxes, the solstice, everything can be done in one machine, an analog machine, no digital CGI, because all the digital comes from the analog, right? The digital just didn't manifest it itself into this creation, right? Everything, all the calculation, all the way of doing math comes from the analog and from the computer, right? So this is the device which started and give all that base of calculations that is been done by NASA or the people of NASA, right? You need to have a start from where to make this calculation. And this is a device that looks like a dial, looks like a clock, looks like a flat earth map, right? So looks like an astrological wheel, looks like a birth chart, right? Looks like the dial of destiny in Indiana Jones, the Antikythera mechanism. Yeah, it just happens to look like our model, and it's doing everything you could even imagine or anybody could imagine, right? That's our model, right? You want to know people who have studied and investigated in this? Tony Fritsch, Michael Wright, Derek DiSola, right? So we even have a virtual model, right? This is a scientific instrument. Your model could be found for $3 in a toy shop. Our model needs at least a Lego version cost us more than a couple of grand, right? And a high precise device instrument of our model could cost us around $5,000. Okay, we have digital models made by PhDs by universities. Okay, these are no couch troll, internet troll making some video. No, these are real people by universities and academics who are working on this model, which is it's a scientific instrument called cosmograph, plus a selenograph. What is a selenograph? A machine which collaborates with the position of the moon, the phases and the eclipses. So all these dials, all these gears working in unison, showing real-time data. That's our model. This is not a CGI. I won't even ask you for a model. That's why I was asking you to show me a digital cartoon animation model, but real stuff, showing in real time. Because we already have both the models as an instrument, as a scientific instrument, and in digital form, right? Totally verifiable, totally testable, calibrated to your location, calibrated to your time, right? Go ahead if you want to continue. Sorry, maybe I took too much.
That's okay. Okay, so again, that was a bunch of claims. You did say it projects onto a planetarium. Can you show how that works?
Before the digital version came out, this was the way they used to show what the real observations.
Yeah,
in the sky, in the ancient planetariums.
Yeah, can you show how that worked?
But I'm saying it's the predecessor of the planetarium. I'm saying it's an analog device that was used to project. Now they're using digital version, even on a computer.
I just want to see how it works.
Why don't you look for yourself how you work? Even you didn't know what is a cosmograph.
I do know what a cosmograph is.
No. You are dealing with a subject that is so important to you, and you don't know that there's a device that's a working model which goes against your model. This is a scientific instrument that you don't want to. No. What do you mean it's a claim? The Antikythera mechanism is my claim. I didn't produce it. It's just a version. The Antikythera mechanism is a version.
Can I read something quick?
Ahead.
All right. So this is the debater's guide. It's page 22 here. Burden of proof. The burden of proof is a primary rule of any argument or debate. It first requires the affirmative to bear the burden of proving the proposition. Subsequently, it requires every speaker to support every assertion made by that speaker. Because any assertion must be supported by proofs, those who assert must prove is a fundamental and long-standing rule of every debate. So when you tell me that I need to go do the research for you. You're not participating in a debate. You're just
no.
shifting the burden of proof.
But you are saying you're denying that a device like this exists.
I am not.
You're not
I'm
what?
asking you to support your claims. That's all.
The device exists, and the device does its calculation, does its measurement, does its precision.
That's the claim.
We would love to.
There
No,
you
but that's not a claim. Anybody can see. You can go all over the internet. There are people who are making wood. They're done in Lego. They're done in brass. They're done in and bronze.
But your claim is that it's a some sort of a model of flat Earth. So that's what I need to see. I need to see the supporting evidence for that. Those who assert.
Okay, So I'll show you. Can I share my clip?
Screen.
Screen.
Yep.
Just a minute.
And then we'll get into the closing arguments here.
Okay.
All right. Just give me.
Conclusion. Okay. You're on screen.
What does this look like to you?
Looks like a watch.
Yeah, looks like a watch. This looks like a watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a three-dimensional model of a flat Earth.
Yeah. Because you don't want to see it, right? Doesn't mean that it's not.
Well, where is what's the moon? Which one of those is the moon?
This is the moon, and this is the sun. Okay. And this is the way that shows as a flat realm, as our clock, as our map. This is a digital version. This is not, as I'm saying, this is not some couch internet troll who made this.
All right, so that's
okay.
That
you see,
moon,
do you see that? No. Do you see that
I
science, art, and mathematics? It's from a museum. Oh, now you need clarification. Just let me go ahead. You see this? Every gear is represented. The sun gear is here. The lunar gear is here. The calendar train is here, right? Here is the back part, which the Soros cycle. All the eclipses that you could imagine are here. Here is the calendars, and you have the front dial that shows and is exactly as our clock. You see all the moon phases, right? How does it look to you?
Let's really get to it. Show that predicting the April 8th eclipse. Show how it did
Look at that. What does it look like to you? Just this look. It
looks like a watch with a bunch of gears. So show how that predicts the April 8th eclipse.
No, but it's not only the eclipse. There are many other things that you are not seeing that it does. No. It shows everything. Yeah.
Awesome.
You had a calibrated.
Just one thing. Just show the April 8th eclipse.
Yeah, you're closing your eyes. You're being blind here. You don't see this. What is it? What is it here with
I'm
all the
waiting for you to
constellations?
show me the April 8th eclipse is what I'm waiting for.
Just repeating the thing is not going to make
you are. I got it here.
You are denying. You are denying.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you to support your claim.
No. You know what? No, what
There's
you need to do.
You know, deny yet. You didn't bring the evidence.
No.
Show the April 8th eclipse.
CGI
I've got it
or
here.
A print. Yeah, just a line over a globe.
You're literally showing CGI right now. Vikka.
No, this is the
Vikka. No, you're literally showing CGI right now.
Listen, this is made by Vincent Moji from a university, a PhD.
Vikka,
right?
You're killing me.
Exactly.
You're killing me.
Yes,
You're complaining that I have CGI when you're just showing.
You don't want to
CGI.
see it. Yeah, you don't want to see it, and you don't see here, right? Science, arts, and mathematics. These are real.
I love you, Vikka.
From the real physical instrument. These are digital versions of those models. You don't want to see it, but it's
dude, this is great.
You see the sun, moon, earth. Do you see that? Yeah, how it creates the phases. You don't want to see it for sure.
Jared,
the thing is,
yeah, Mike, you're up here with the your closing. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, all right,
okay,
all right, awesome.
Okay,
right. Well,
stop this.
Hey,
I showed how you can use the globe model to predict the downward acceleration for any place on the face of the Earth, and tested it against reality, and it matched reality. I showed how the angles to stars can be used to determine the position of the observer on the surface of the Earth successfully, and it matched the globe model prediction. I showed, what else did I do? I showed how eclipses are predicted using the globe model, and it matches reality, at least up until the most recent eclipse. We'll see if it works on April 8th. And I showed that the horizon does not rise to eye level. All of those, I brought evidence. I brought computations based on the model and tested them against observational reality, and they matched. And I've enjoyed talking with you, Vikka. It's been great. Thank you, Jeran, for hosting this. And all right, there you go.
Okay, the most of the thing, it's my turn, right?
Yep, you get 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. In conclusion, the evidence presented in the discussion is rooted in scientific experiments, aligning with observable reality and adhering to principles of repeatability and testability. The assertion challenges the widely accepted heliocentric model in favor of geocentric. The examination of various phenomena such as verification of compass, magnetic north, Tesla coil experiment, ball lightning observations, AC motor dynamics, the aurora borealis, the support of the argument, some of the support of the argument in that context. The moon is shown to be non-spherical when its phases and eclipses are attributed to the light distortion caused by electromagnetic fields, reminiscent of the Faraday effect. Contrary to the prevailing notion of gravity, it is argued that electromagnetics, and electrostatic forces govern the Earth with a strong electromagnetic fields, like keeping the celestial bodies in their orbit. The electric sun is also poised as a local influencing atmospheric particles and molecules, creating light, heat, and fluctuation in this field, leading to the phenomena like tide storms and earthquake. Then we covered navigation, celestial bodies using map, chart, sextant, compass, magnetic, and gyro compasses is a science that has evolved into modern GPS, digital maps, and navigation apps. The calculation only based on celestial observation and Earth's electromagnetic fields are now facilitated by sensors like Edwin Hall. The Antikythera mechanism is a cosmograph, and a selenograph is a scientific instrument supporting a geocentric, stationary, and level realm model. The cosmograph in particular serves as an analog cosmic planetarium, providing real-time data and predictions while remaining unmanipulable. Ultimately, the instrument presented collectively challenged the prevailing heliocentric model and the geocentric stationary level realm, with the cosmograph standing as a venerable scientific instrument supporting the true Earth cosmology.
All right, you want your 2 minutes or no?
I'm done. All right.
Let's go to super chat questions. Thank you guys for getting those in there. Let's see what we got first. We got No Longer on a Ball. Thank you very much. $2 says, is McToon a Freemason? Toon, do you want to address that?
I am not. I'm not. I know two of them. One is a flat earther, and one is not. Actually, and then a second flat earther is a I don't know. It's a sister organization, a brother organization to it. So I actually kind of know two flat earthers that are Freemasons.
But you yourself, not one.
No.
Okay. Is McToon a Christian, as in part of a Catholic cult?
I'm not Catholic. I'm just a kind of a run-of-the-mill Protestant.
Okay. We've got LJ says, since he loves to focus on the sky, if the moon is bright enough to be seen 238,000 miles away, how did astronauts not get blind when landing on it?
When you're close to it, you're only seeing the portion of it that's near you. You're not getting all of the light from all of it simultaneously. So the Earth is actually brighter than the moon, yet we're not blinded on the surface of the Earth.
Okay. We've got Taking Back Eden says, if biblical Christians and others are correct, would you feel bad about helping Satan? Remember, you're a Christian. What will you say to God or Jesus? Yeah,
I would definitely for anything if would not like that. But
okay, that's good. Taking Back Eden says, McToon, share video evidence of first video of Earth.
What? The first video of Earth?
Share video evidence of first video of Earth. I don't know if he means first video that you showed earlier, or I'm confused.
Does he mean like first video of Earth from a distance?
Yeah, Taking Back Eden, I will look in the chat and see if you have an answer for that one. Angle of Elevation, thank you very much for $10, says, when Globers say the horizon doesn't rise to eye level, you are measuring along depth. You measure level along length, not depth. Also, curved lenses in a camera will refract the horizon down. You wrong and dumb.
Well, you wrong and dumb.
Nice rebuttal. Hot dog for sale. I think hot dog sounds good. Actually, I haven't had one of those in years. McToon, the Earth's iron core is 5,200 degrees Celsius, but the Curie temperature, where iron permanently loses magnetism, is 770 degrees Celsius. How is there a magnetic field out in space?
Gosh, how, Jeran, you know the answer to this, don't you? You can probably field this question.
I do not know any answer.
Oh,
to that.
it is not the claim that it is a permanent magnet in the center of the Earth. It is the claim that it is a moving, molten metal that causes it. That's the claim, and it's been replicated in a lab. So that's the claim. Just update your claim there.
So the molten lava is 5,200 degrees Celsius. No.
Yeah, it's iron and nickel, and it's moving. So it's the movement that generates the magnetic field. It's a dynamo is the word.
770 Celsius.
What's that?
Okay. But the Curie point is 770.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the Curie point. The Curie point is where a permanent magnet doesn't function anymore. But this is not a permanent magnet. It's a dynamo. It's a different thing.
Okay, gotcha. Dynamo. All right, we've got that was it for there. Let me go check over here at Rockfin. I did see a couple. Give me 1 second. We've got first Jason Bowles says, oh, $10. Thank you. We've got Tony Coriolis says Zodiac taking up 30 degrees each. Is that correct? Question for both. Zodiac taking up 30 degrees each.
Never been into astrology, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's because that's the precision that the astrology also works, and it's a device also used by the cosmograph, also device used for astrologers because it can show you in present time data about that particular horoscope or zodiac and can do predictions, past, present, and in the future. Yeah, it's quite accurate.
Okay, and well, there's 12 zodiacs, correct? So 360 divided by 12 would be 30. But I've also heard some people say there's 13. So
they're not precisely spaced, though.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, and then we've got Hubble's Horror says, hoping McToon can explain why the producers blatantly, obviously lied in the Hawking documentary.
In the Hawking documentary, we've talked about this, Jeran. It does look like in that video you sent, it looks like they reused that same clip for when the helicopter was moving down and when the helicopter moved up. It does look like they used the same clip but played it in reverse.
It's beyond that, because if it was in reverse, then you would see it in reverse. They just plugged the helicopter into the scene. That's all they did. Because the water's the same. So if the water's the same, you get a fake helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's a pretty big deal, though. I think that if we're talking about people faking things, to me, faking things that go off to millions of people is weird. All right, I think that is it. I don't have any others. Let me check back here. Any final words for you, Toon? You can tell people where they can find you.
People in Jaren's chat, give him more super chats. What are you doing? He entertains you every night. You got to support him.
Hey, thank you for that. Vikka claimed a flat Earth model. Any evidence from Danny Turner for $2? Vikka, any evidence for a flat Earth model?
The Antikythera mechanism, which been reproduced and reverse engineered by many people, it's all over the internet in every possible form. You can find from Lego version that is cost a couple of $1,000 to a real precise instrument can cost you more than $5,000, made of brass, doing real calculations with gear trains, gear ratios for every planet, sun, moon, and luminaries, telling exactly what is moving and what is not moving, right? Yep.
Okay, we got Matthew D. Gregorio just sent a super chat. Says Vikka for the W. Vikka, you got one vote for winner.
Matthew's good at satire.
Well, thank you. Anybody else want to
shout out
satire
to Matthew?
That's okay. All right, that's about it. Toon, go ahead and tell people where they can find you if they want to do that.
Well, they can find me over on MC Toon Live. I'll be doing an after show. If anybody wants to stop by, come in. Any flatties want to join, you can as well. And you can see my pre-recorded videos on Conspiracy Tunes with a Z.
Okay, we've also got another one. Centrifugal and centripetal. Research North Pole.
Yep.
I don't know if that's a question.
Well, yeah, one is inward, one is outward.
Same equation, though, yes?
Yeah, the North Pole. It's the importance of the North Pole is shown in all the cosmologies for the same reason, because of that magnetic north. Everything moves around it, and that's what we see, and that's what we perceive. And there is so much more to that. The different energies, how they work, and they fluctuate. Tides, earthquakes, storms, and many other. Even the heating. So much thing is more connected because of that central north. The accumulation of the electrons that create the aurora borealis. So these are all observable reality that nobody can, people could be a bit wanna ignore and be blind and take in pseudoscience and all the fake maths, but yep, nothing can deny the observable reality. And there are instruments. Yep.
We've got so rain from LJ. So rain falls upwards in Australia? Question mark.
Only, I suppose, when there's really strong updraft, but generally, no, it falls down. Down is towards the center of the Earth.
Thank you very much, Richard B. Gifted 5 memberships. We've got Taking Back Eden says, yes, Earth from a distance, actual video, moon landing, question mark.
There are some videos from the surface of the moon. There are videos in transit between the moon and the Earth. So there are some. If you want to come to the after show, we could maybe pull a few up.
We're trying to get a debate going, a 2-on-2 debate. You know about that one, right, Toon? I believe the moon landing debate supposed to.
Yeah. Who's it supposed to be?
I think it's gonna be me and Austin. I think against you and FTFE, if I'm not mistaken.
Austin? Oh, jeez.
That's the plan.
Austin challenged me to a celestial navigation debate last night, and then he kind of ran away from it.
How so?
Well, he wanted to do a celestial navigation debate. I'm like, super. I will give you the angle measurements, star angle measurements, and then you can show the process for getting the position, because he made a super strong claim about that in the Matters Now after show, that he can map out with perfect math all of the positions. Let's see. I think I have. There it is. Yeah, he said literally have the exact perfect math to explain all of it. So I'm like, super. I'll give you the star angle measurements, and then you can show the exact perfect math to get the position. And then he's like, oh, I just want to talk about 69 miles per degree. I'm like, that's not celestial navigation. But so he kind of ran away from that. But I want to see the exact perfect math to explain it.
On one of your share screens, you had three documents up that you said were 1850, 1950.
Yeah, the nautical ephemerides for.
Is that on your website somewhere?
Yeah, MC2.net/Polaris.
Can I add something about the navigation?
Yep. Sorry, 1 second, Vikka. /Polaris, you said?
Yeah, those 3 exact ones are on MC2.net/Polaris.
Thank you. Okay, and go ahead, Vikka. You said you had a question.
No, because we were speaking about the celestial navigation. There's a device also which I mentioned about very quick magnetometer, which works in combination with accelerometer, and that detects the low frequency vibration of the North Pole, and that's how you can orient and locate. This is a magnetometer, and this with the sensors, with Edwin Hall sensors, these all devices work, and actually it proves that it's only possible on a stationary level realm. Magnetometer, all the devices, all the GPS, that's how it works. I can go in more details some other time, but that's how it works for celestial navigation, all the digital technology. That's almost like having a compass digitally, magnetometer.
Vikka, put together a presentation of that. I would let you present that on the channel if you could put together an hour or something on the what did you call it, a magnetometer? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, there's more stuff there. I can expand on that and explain exactly how the GPS works. It's how they took the ancient methods of triangulations, and they put it in digital format, because electric and magnetic don't work together. That's why in the mobile phones we can go on that if we program something, for sure. Love to do that.
And is that all I had here? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Toon, go ahead. Did you already say where they can find you? Yeah, I think so. Vikka, yep. You can tell everybody where they can find you. I know you got your YouTube channel. They should definitely look at your documentaries. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You can find me, Vikka Draziv, Truth in Plain Sight, on YouTube and Facebook, on all the other platforms, or even if you just put Vikka Draziv, you can find me everywhere. Yep.
And Good.
Yeah, do check out the mechanical realm and the flat in the curve mechanical realm that literally explain about the Antikythera mechanism and this cosmograph. So anybody who had doubt because we couldn't go through over it, so can watch the documentary, the mechanical realm.
And Toon, one question for me: is the South Pole the globe model would mean that the magnetics there are the exact opposite, but same strength as the North?
Well, the South Magnetic Pole is in the ocean between Antarctica and Australia. The North Magnetic Pole is not exactly at the North geographic pole. But yeah, the magnetic strength is approximately the same. Yeah, there's measurements of the strength.
No. The Aurora Australis is not concentrated in one place. If that was the case, we should have been only in one place, but it's dispersed all around the Antarctica.
I was
that
talking
it
about.
shows
I
that
wasn't
it's not
talking about the Aurora. I was talking about the magnetic.
No,
South
but
Pole.
that's the reason that it's created because of that force of the supposed poles, right? That is, we can see at the north, but in south it's more dispersed because there is, right, all is south, and you see the concentration in the north because of that accumulation of that whatever you want to call the pole or the magnetic north, or
so when they have south pointed compasses, are those magnetized the other way, or are they simply
every compass has two ends. Here, right here. Every compass has two ends. The red one is north and the white one is south.
Yeah, but it's always pointing north, not as south. Whenever
it's pointing both directions simultaneously.
You're saying the needle?
No. On your model maybe, but on our model it's always no. That's how it goes.
Whatever in reality, north, it points both ways at the same time.
No. When it's pointing north, the opposite is always south. That's how it works on a flat realm. That's how the compass works. Looks like a flat map. Looks like a watch, right? Looks like a dial, right?
So you're saying, Toon, that you could flip that in the compass if you were able to get into it and nothing would change?
Okay, I can give an example what is happening. You know, the VORs on the plane, the VORs is like a spoke, a wheel of a spoke that expands in all direction in 360. That's how the plane goes and jump from VR to VR. That's how they navigate. And that's done on a straight line. The plane doesn't know if it's going north-south or south-north. It's just traveling in a straight line because of that compass and to the readings around that and how they navigate.
All right. Well, okay, Jeran, to answer your question, the only reason why they have compasses for the southern hemisphere is because of magnetic inclination. Inclination is the angle of the magnetic field, and when your needle is near an inclination that's steep, then they weigh the other end of it so that it doesn't bind against the bottom. So in the North Pole, in the northern hemisphere, the inclination will pull the north end down, so the south end is weighted, and that's the opposite in the southern hemisphere. But there are international compasses that have a different gimbal that don't need that, but they're more expensive to manufacture.
So they don't just follow the field lines; they actually, or there's
though they totally follow the field lines, but the field lines are vertical and horizontal, and because they're vertical, then when you get to steeper vertical angles of it, then you need to weigh the other end of the compass that are because they're the cheap one. So this is a cheap compass here. It won't work in the southern hemisphere. This is a better one. It's supposed to, but it's a cheap, better one. I don't think it'll work I think it's weighted on the south end still. I don't know.
All right, gotcha. Wait, we got one more. Vikka, why aren't we roasted by radiation from a local sun? If it's local, how come CME and SEP speed and arrival can be calculated with such accuracy?
Because the sun is the heat, and it's a very local phenomenon. If you go on a higher altitude, it's cold. Why is the reason? Because the electric sun is interacting with the atmosphere and moving the molecules and particles, vibrating. That's the reason the heat is created. And even there are gases involved, right? Xenon is the closest to the daylight, right? We know that the sky makes in different colors depending on we have different gases and getting excited with the electromagnetics up there with the sun electric. So that's the reason there is no radiation of a UV radiation. They say that is bad or something like that. It's not really it's just charging things up, but it's not really how they portray that it's bad or something like this, right? No, it's a very local phenomenon. What I mean is that the heat and the sun is very local phenomenon. If you really go up, it's much more cold. The more higher you go, the colder it gets. That's the reason, because there's no atmosphere, right? And the other thing also could be because of the pressure, right? The pressure. That's why it could be that we could be there. It's pushing us down, adding to the gravity stuff, right? The pressure could be the reason that we cannot go up. Apart from all the other explanation we have for against the gravity, this could be one of them. That's why when you say, the Elon Musk himself, it said that at the higher altitude, the plane goes much more faster, right? Maybe it's because it's less pressure there, right?
It is.
Maybe, yeah.
It is because of less pressure. Yeah, less resistance.
All right, excellent. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching. We'll be back on Friday for a Jeran show. And I believe tomorrow will be the debut of that music video, The NASA Man Can. So look forward to that on my channel tomorrow. And I believe that is it. I remind you guys, do your own research. When you do, you'll never again believe what you've been taught. Thank you guys so much for being here. Do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Till then, peace.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Bye. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
All right. I'm gonna take off because I'm still doing my live stream.
Have fun.
Thanks,
Okay.
Vikka. See ya.
Hey, same to you, bro.
Thanks. All right. Oh, my hair got all flippy. All right. Well, I've got all the super chats. I'm going to read them in the next stream. I'm going to keep this up so that I can see them all. And going to do the after show in a couple minutes. I got to hit the bathroom. It went a little bit longer than Jeran was hinting. He's a tease sometimes. I'm going to start it at 8 Central Time, so about 10 minutes. So if you come to that, I'll get all of your super chats in, all of the interactions, and if you want to join, send me a DM either by email or on Facebook or Discord. Those are the best places to find me. We're going to discuss all of his presentations. That guy was a trip. So, all right, let's get this. I even updated the outro. So there it is. All right, the rap battle. Got to get the rap battle one. That didn't. So. All right, everybody. Well, thanks. We'll see you in a little bit. Here we go.
MC2, drop that beat.
All right. Let it flow. Let yourself go. So I know that is the tempo.
So, yeah, let's do this. So,
let's do this. Yo, it's MC2, the debunking tycoon. I shatter flat earthers, make them face the moon. Your attempts are decent, but they'll swoon in the face of my logic like a deflated balloon.
Oh, MC2, the one to soon cartoons. I'm the real say, send it first to their views. Your theories are like old brews, sweeping ignorance or just spreading the views.
FDFE stands for fumbling the facts, evidently. I drop truth bombs so splendidly. Your approach is soft, mine's unrelenting. I bring the science while you're just venting.
MC2, the buffoon with silver spoon. I've had some pseudoscience make them change their tune. You're the sidekick, I'm the rude. When it comes to debunking, I'm the rude.
But hey, FTFE, we share the creed to educate and debunk the plant the seed. Though in this rap, it's clear indeed I've got the upper hand in word and deed. All right, hold on a second. The Zoom call died. Everything died. No.